A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a landmark move that could reshape the political landscape of the United Kingdom, the government has announced plans to allow 16 and 17-year-olds to vote in the next general election. This significant amendment is part of a broader elections bill aimed at modernizing the electoral process and increasing youth participation in democracy. Currently, the voting age in the UK remains at 18 for general elections, while Scotland and Wales have already set the voting age at 16 for local and parliamentary elections. The proposed change would mark the most substantial alteration to the electorate since the voting age was lowered from 21 to 18 in 1969. The Deputy Prime Minister, Angela Rayner, emphasized the importance of this decision, stating that it is crucial to break down barriers to participation and ensure that young voices are heard in the democratic process. "We cannot take our democracy for granted," she said, highlighting the need for reforms that protect elections from abuse while boosting participation. The Labour Party, which has long advocated for lowering the voting age, included this pledge in its election manifesto. Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer expressed his support, arguing that young people who contribute to society through taxes should also have a say in how their money is spent. "If you pay in, you should have the opportunity to say what you want your money spent on," he stated, reinforcing the idea that civic engagement begins at a younger age. However, the announcement has not been without controversy. Conservative Shadow Minister Paul Holmes raised concerns about the inconsistency of allowing 16-year-olds to vote while still restricting them from making other adult decisions, such as buying alcohol or marrying. He described the government's position as hopelessly confused and criticized the lack of consultation surrounding this significant policy change. In addition to lowering the voting age, the elections bill includes several other reforms aimed at enhancing electoral integrity and accessibility. One of the notable changes is the expansion of acceptable forms of voter ID to include UK-issued bank cards, a move that has drawn mixed reactions. Critics argue that this could undermine the security of the ballot box, while supporters believe it will help reduce barriers for voters. The government also plans to introduce automatic voter registration, which would streamline the process and ensure that eligible voters are included on the electoral register without requiring them to take additional steps. This initiative aims to address the issue of millions of people being incorrectly registered or missing from the electoral roll, particularly affecting young people and private renters. The National Union of Students welcomed the decision to lower the voting age as a significant victory for youth engagement in politics. They urged the government to facilitate the voting process for young people by abolishing voter ID requirements and promoting political literacy in educational institutions. As the government moves forward with these reforms, it faces the challenge of ensuring that the implementation is smooth and that the necessary safeguards are in place to protect the integrity of the electoral process. The Electoral Commission, which oversees elections in the UK, will play a crucial role in regulating these changes and ensuring compliance with the new rules. With the next general election expected to take place before August 2029, the government has the opportunity to implement these changes in time, potentially allowing millions of young people to participate in shaping the future of their country. As discussions continue, it remains to be seen how these reforms will impact the political landscape and whether they will lead to increased engagement among the younger demographic. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.